right, Patriots fans, welcome back to another episode of Patriots Today here on Chat. Free agency has been absolutely wild, especially on the defensive side of the ball, but there are still so many questions surrounding the offense. With the 2025 season approaching, we need to figure out exactly what this team is trying to build. The defense looks stacked, but the offense still has glaring holes that need to be addressed. Today, we're diving into your biggest questions and breaking down the latest rumors, trade possibilities, and draft scenarios for the Patriots. Before we get started, if you love talking football and don't want to wait for these weekly mailbags, make sure to follow me on X and TikTok. I post clips from our shows there, so if you don't have time to sit through an entire episode, you can catch the highlights. Now, let's get right into it, because there's a lot to discuss. The Patriots have been making defensive signings left and right. At this point, it feels like they're adding a new defensive player every other day. If this team doesn't have a top 10 defense by the end of the season, something has gone seriously wrong. The front office has been aggressive, bringing in elite run defenders like Robert Spillane and Harold Landry. They've strengthened the secondary with the addition of Carlton Davis, who will be a great complement to Christian Gonzalez. And let's not forget the massive 4-year, $100 million contract given to Milton Williams to solidify the defensive line. These moves should bring the Patriots' defense back to the level fans have come to expect over the years. If this defense doesn't at least crack the top 10, then the blame falls on the coaching staff and front office because, on paper, this group has the talent to dominate. But while the defense is shaping up to be elite, the offense is still a mess. The biggest concern is whether or not the Patriots are going to get Drake, a legitimate offensive weapon. That is the million-dollar question, and honestly, I have the same concern. I've made multiple videos on Patriots Today discussing trade targets, free agent options, and potential draft picks, yet the team has still not made a significant move to bring in a true number one receiver. Right now, the Patriots have three main options to improve their offense: trade, free agency, or the draft. A trade would be the best option because it would give them an established playmaker right away, but the market is moving slowly. Teams are waiting to see how free agency plays out before making big trades. If the Patriots want to land a top-tier receiver, they need to act fast because the longer they wait, the fewer options they'll have. But it's not just the receiver position that needs help. The offensive line is still a major issue, and unless they make a trade soon, the Patriots will have no choice but to address it in the draft. So far, they've added Bradbury, Onwenu, and Morgan Moses, but the left side of the line remains a massive question mark. If they can't find a way to fix that before the season starts, it could be a disaster for a rookie quarterback like Drake May. Protection is just as important as having weapons, and right now, the Patriots don't have a reliable left tackle or left guard. Some fans have suggested that the Patriots should follow the Chargers' blueprint by drafting a top offensive lineman and then trading up for a wide receiver later. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. If they miss out on guys like Travis Hunter or Teteroa McMillan, then Will Campbell might be the best option to strengthen the offensive line. I know there are concerns about his arm length and size, but he's a versatile player who could step in at either left tackle or left guard. If the Patriots are serious about building from the trenches, Campbell is a solid choice. That being said, this draft class is loaded with wide receivers, and the Patriots don't necessarily need to take one in the first round. There are talented pass catchers available in the second and even third rounds, like Savion Williams, who could still make a big impact. The key for New England is balancing their needs. If they go offensive line first, they need to prioritize a receiver in round 2. If they grab a receiver in round 1, they have to make sure they address the offensive line as soon as possible. There's also been a lot of talk about a potential trade involving Joe Milton. Some fans are throwing around the idea of sending Milton and a 6th-round pick to the Steelers in exchange for George Pickens. While I love the idea, there are a few roadblocks to making this trade happen. First, the Patriots have already set their asking price for Milton at a 3rd-round pick, which means they're not just going to give him away for nothing. They want to find a right fit for him and make sure he lands somewhere with a real chance to develop, rather than just being buried on the depth chart as a QB3. This situation could take a while to play out. The Patriots are waiting to see what happens with other quarterbacks on the market before they make a move, and it wouldn't be surprising if Milton isn't traded until late summer. The team is being patient, which is smart, but it also means that fans might have to wait longer than expected to see a resolution. One of the biggest debates surrounding the draft is whether or not the Patriots should draft Travis Hunter. There's no question that he's a generational talent, and passing on him could be a massive mistake. We've seen this team miss on receivers before, and N'Keal Harry is a perfect example. The issue isn't whether or not the Patriots want Hunter. The issue is whether or not he will still be available at pick number 4. Right now, New England's draft strategy depends on what happens with the Titans, Browns, and Giants. If Hunter is on the board when the Patriots are on the clock, they have to take him. No excuses. If they pass on him for an offensive lineman, fans are going to be furious, and honestly, they have every right to be. Hunter has the potential to be a true difference maker on both sides of the ball, and if the Patriots let him slip away, they could regret it for years to come. There's also been some wild speculation about whether or not the Patriots should trade the 4th overall pick for Micah Parsons. Look, I'd love to have Parsons on this defense, but that trade just isn't realistic. Jerry Jones isn't letting go of his best defensive player unless the Patriots send a massive package in return. If New England could pull it off, it would be an incredible move, but the chances of it actually happening are slim to none. Another major name floating around in trade rumors is Stefon Diggs. Would Diggs be a good fit for Drake May? Absolutely. But according to reports from the NFL Combine, the Patriots have already ruled out making a move for Diggs or Amari Cooper. That raises a lot of questions. Why would they pass on a proven receiver when they clearly need one? There has to be something going on behind the scenes that made them decide he wasn't the right fit. Maybe it's his contract, his age, or concerns about his personality. But whatever the reason, the Patriots seem to be looking elsewhere. That said, if the receiver market dries up and Diggs is still available, they might not have a choice. The longer they wait, the fewer options they'll have. And at some point, they're going to have to bring in a legitimate weapon for May. The Patriots still have plenty of in-house options at receiver, including Kendrick Bourne, Kayshon Boutte, and Demario Douglas. They've also got tight ends like Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper, but let's be real, this offense needs more than just solid contributors. They need a true WR1 if they want to be competitive. So now I want to hear from you. Should the Patriots focus on offense or defense in the first round? Personally, I think it has to be offense. The defense is already stacked, but this offense still needs serious upgrades. Let me know what you think. And if you're excited for the 2025 season, hit that like button. The Patriots have spent this offseason making move after move to upgrade their defense. But the real test will be how they handle the offensive side of the ball. While the defense looks like it could be one of the best in the league, the offense still has serious holes that need to be addressed before the season starts. Right now, the Patriots have a rookie quarterback in Drake May, and if they don't surround him with enough talent, it's going to be a rough start to his career. A strong defense is great, but at the end of the day, you still have to put points on the board. The biggest issue is that the Patriots don't have a true number 1 wide receiver. There are still a few free agents on the market, but the longer they wait, the fewer options they'll have. The front office needs to make a move sooner rather than later, because throwing May into a situation where he doesn't have reliable weapons could be a disaster. One name that keeps coming up in trade rumors is Stefon Diggs. The idea of pairing Diggs with a rookie quarterback is definitely intriguing, but it seems like the Patriots have already ruled him out. At the NFL Combine, there were reports that New England wasn't interested in Diggs or Amari Cooper, which is surprising considering how badly they need a receiver. Maybe it's a financial decision, or maybe they just don't think Diggs would be a good fit in their system. But either way, it doesn't look like that move is happening. The problem is that the Patriots don't have a lot of alternatives. There aren't many elite receivers left in free agency, and if they don't trade for one, they'll have to rely on the draft. The draft has some great options, but rookies are always a gamble. Even highly rated prospects don't always translate to immediate success in the NFL. If the Patriots go the rookie route, they need to make sure they pick the right guy. Someone like Travis Hunter would be a dream addition, but there's no guarantee he'll still be available when they're on the clock. If they don't get Hunter, they'll have to consider guys like Tetairoa McMillan, Jaden Higgins, or even a later round pick like Savion Williams. These are solid prospects, but none of them are guaranteed to come in and dominate from day one. Another issue the Patriots need to address is the offensive line. Protecting Drake should be the top priority because no matter how good he is, he won't be able to perform if he's constantly under pressure. They've already made some additions, bringing in guys like Bradbury, Onwenu, and Morgan Moses, but the left side of the line is still a concern. If they don't address it, May could find himself in a similar situation to Bryce Young last year, struggling behind a weak offensive line. The best way to avoid that is to invest in top-tier protection, either through the draft or a trade. There have been some suggestions that the Patriots should draft a top offensive lineman first and then trade up to get a receiver later. This strategy makes sense because the offensive line is the foundation of any successful offense. A guy like Will Campbell could be a great fit for the Patriots, and even though some people have concerns about his size and arm length, he has the versatility to play multiple positions. If they take Campbell in the first round, they could still find a quality receiver in the second round, which might be a better long-term strategy. One of the more interesting trade ideas floating around is the possibility of sending Joe Milton to another team in exchange for a receiver. There have been rumors about a potential deal with the Steelers, where the Patriots would send Milton and a 6th-round pick in exchange for George Pickens. While this sounds great in theory, there are a few problems with making it happen. First, the Patriots have reportedly set their asking price for Milton at a 3rd-round pick, meaning they aren't going to move him unless they get what they want in return. Second, they want to find the right fit for Milton, somewhere he actually has a chance to develop. They aren't just going to send him to a team where he'll be buried on the depth chart as a 3rd-string quarterback. This is a situation that could take time to play out. The Patriots are waiting to see how the quarterback market unfolds before they make a move, and that could mean we don't see a trade until late in the offseason. It's frustrating, but makes sense for them to be patient. If they hold out, they might be able to get more value in return. The same thing applies to other potential trades as well. Right now, the market is slow, but once things pick up, we could see some major moves. There's also the possibility that the Patriots decide to focus on building through the draft rather than making big trades. If they go that route, they need to make sure they're drafting the right players. There have been a lot of discussions about whether they should go after a receiver or an offensive lineman first, and honestly, it could go either way. If Travis Hunter is available at pick number 4, they have to take him. He's a rare talent who could make an immediate impact, and if they pass on him, they might regret it. But if Hunter is off the board, they might be better off taking an offensive lineman like Will Campbell and then grabbing a receiver in the 2nd round. One thing that's clear is that the Patriots can't afford to make the same mistakes they've made in the past. They've had a history of missing on wide receivers in the draft, and they need to get this one right. If they want Drake to succeed, they need to give him the best possible chance by surrounding him with weapons and protection. If they don't, they'll be setting him up for failure, and that's the last thing this franchise needs right now. The defense is already looking solid, and that's great, but football games are won by scoring points. The Patriots can't just rely on their defense to carry them. They need to build an offense that can put up points and compete with the top teams in the league. That means making smart decisions in the draft, being aggressive in trade negotiations, and not being afraid to spend money on the right free agents. Looking ahead to the rest of the offseason, the Patriots still have a lot of work to do. There are plenty of moves left to be made, and the next few weeks could be crucial in determining what this team looks like heading into the 2025 season. Whether it's a trade, a free agent signing, or a big draft pick, the front office needs to make the right choices to ensure they're putting this team in the best possible position to succeed. So now the big question is, what should the Patriots do next? Should they trade for a wide receiver? Or should they focus on drafting one? Should they prioritize the offensive line? Or should they try to find a veteran receiver who can help Drake right away? There are a lot of different opinions on this, and I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think, and if you're excited for the 2025 season, make sure to hit that like button. This is going to be a big year for the Patriots, and there's still plenty of time for them to make the moves they need to be competitive. Keep an eye on what happens in the coming weeks, because things are about to get interesting. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a stunning turn of events, rumors are swirling that the New England Patriots are eyeing a blockbuster move for NFL legend Aaron Rodgers. The quarterback, whose storied career with the Green Bay Packers and brief tenure with the New York Jets has kept fans on the edge of their seats, may be heading to the Patriots in what could be one of the most significant trades in NFL history. With his unparalleled talent and 4 MVP awards, Rodgers could be the missing piece to elevate the Patriots' offense to new heights, a team in search of its next star quarterback. Rodgers, currently with the Jets, is expected to part ways with the franchise after 2 seasons. Despite battling injuries, including a torn Achilles that sidelined him for most of the 2024 season, his performance remains elite. As he recovers, and with a potential post-June 1 release looming, the Patriots have reportedly shown keen interest in acquiring the seasoned quarterback. This move would not only shake up the AFC East, but could position the Patriots as a strong contender in the conference once again, leveraging Rodgers' experience and leadership. The possibility of Rodgers joining the Patriots brings a sense of urgency and excitement to the NFL offseason. With head coach Bill Belichick's proven track record of success, pairing him with a quarterback of Rodgers' caliber could be the perfect marriage of experience and skill. As the March 12th deadline approaches, the NFL world is watching closely. Will Rodgers take the helm in New England, or will another team make a last-minute play for the future Hall of Famer? Only time will tell, but the Patriots are certainly making their intentions known. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.